Hi, my name is Spam and Rice. I'm an Axie Infinity champion, and in my quest, I'll go over battling fundamentals, building your team, and advanced tips in order to help you guys progress in tournaments. Exclusively on YGG.
Hi, I'm Kookoo. Have you wanted to play Axie Infinity Origins but don't know where to start? Come join my class where I'll teach you everything you'll need to know to quickly dive right into playing the game. Exclusively on YGG.
Hey guys, GM, and welcome to another YGGA together with the community. And tonight is going to be insane because we have a very special announcement. We are going to be launching the Guild Games Superquests. So for the past year, YGG has been heads down working on the Guild Advancement Program, where our community members are able to earn rewards, NFTs, and soul value tokens for the time and effort that they put into the games and our partnered projects. But I think it's time to take that to the next level with the YGG Superquests. So you got the one and only Gabby Dizon to join us here on stage to tell us more about what's happening tonight. Hey Gabby, how are you doing, man?
Hey Sedano, hey everyone. We're fresh from a really energizing weekend at the Web3 Community Summit here in Manila at BGC. And it's nice to see everyone online. A lot of you were in our event. A lot of you are online and were not able to join. And I'm really happy to share with you the launch of Superquest. So Superquest is the YGG quest system that we've been working on since last year. And, you know, there's a lot of quest systems already in Web3, but we've really taken the time to develop something that we think is really special. Our quests are very integrated into the games that we're partnered with. And of course, our first partner is none other than our really good friends at Axie Infinity. And when we think of quests, we just don't think of, join this, get a reward. A lot of people do quests where you just follow on Twitter, join the Discord, then you might get an airdrop. We don't think that's great for the game. We don't think that really breeds engagement and retention in a game. So we partnered, starting with Axie Infinity, actually going into the game and doing quests inside the game so that you can get not only crypto, but also in-game rewards. And of course, you have to learn how to play the game, right? It's not just going to the game and doing it. So we partnered with two of our best content creators. A lot of you know Kookoo Crypto has been with us since 2021, and our YGG Elite players, Spam and Rice, who are going to teach players how to play Axie Origins.
Awesome. Yeah, Gabby, you know, it's always exciting to see how what we're building keeps on evolving, right? You know, we begin to see, you know, those who are really committed and excited about the games that we are working with. And, you know, speaking of OGs, we actually have one of the very first competitive players from YGG in Axie to talk about, you know, how he started and, you know, just for you guys to get to know more what it was like before Superquests. Nate, are you there? Hey Nate, how you doing, man?
Hey everyone. Hey guys. Right, so
For everyone at home, I just want to do you the justice of giving you a really good intro, Nate. For everyone at home who doesn't know about Nate, so before Spam and Rice, there was Nate. So Nate is currently with our portfolio operations team and the YGG core team, you know, working day in and day out to make sure that he is able to replicate what he has done for Axie Infinity together with the broader YGG team. Shout outs to Kazuo and the rest of the gang. Nate, could you kindly tell us?
I was never able to beat Nate in V2, by the way. So we hired him instead.
If you can beat him, hire him. I won't even try, Nate. I won't even try playing against Nate in any other games. So, Nate, I mean, how did this all happen?
Okay, so I started playing Axie 3 years ago. I started in V2 Classic. So what we're seeing is we have a few players on the game, maybe 100 plus or more. Then started scholarship started, so most players are onboarded through that. Then YGG hired me to scale the scholarship program. So I was there as well from the transition of Axie Classic, as we call B2, and then going through Axie Origins. So I guess the main difference between the two versions is Classic is where it's still 3v3 Axis, right? 3 versus 3, but the main difference is Classic is where your decisions in play in every match, every turn, can affect the outcome of the game. While in Origins, it's like a deck building game where at the start of the game, you know what you're going to do, and it's like most the luck is removed from the game. So yeah, two types of version. People don't want the V2 to go at first. They really want to just keep playing V2, but then people realize that Origins is the way to go. Since like if you're building a deck, you are connected with your axis at the start of the game. Luck is not there anymore, so you control most of the game. Let's say maybe 95% because you don't control the cards. Yeah, and I think so. Origins started from I think April last year, and then people definitely maybe played it around, let's say, 3 months after that. So yeah, with all the balance changes, with all the developments that's coming to Axie, it's definitely exciting and very interesting to play it, daily, again and again. So yeah, it's I'm very excited to to join the tournaments, to join the leaderboards, and to see the developments yet to come again for Axie.
I mean, Nate, I think it would be exciting to see you play again, and then this time around, you're going to be playing up against the Spam and Rice. It's like the OGs versus the new school type of stuff, right? Maybe even Gabby, who knows, right? Maybe even Gabby will be getting back into Axie Infinity. So everyone at home better watch out for that.
Yeah,
I mean, are you open to that, Gabby?
Yeah, so I am definitely playing Spam's Quest to get better at Origins. So you'll see me going through Spam's Quest.
Right, so we actually have a lot more surprises for everyone at home. So, like, announcing all these quests with Kookoo and Spam, there are still other ongoing surprises within these quests that we are about to announce in a few. So make sure that you guys stay tuned. And for everyone on Discord, for the 100 plus people on Discord right now, it doesn't feel like a bear market, and everyone else on the YGG socials, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and yeah, wherever you're watching, make sure to share the video right now, because it's going to be a very exciting night. Nate, I know this guy's very, very one of the most humble guys that I know, and I mean, I've been talking to him last week over at the Web3 Community Summit. I've been trying to ask him, so Nate, at what point, how many scholars were you actually managing? And when he said that his task when he got into YGG was to scale the scholarship program, he's not kidding. I'm not going to give you a number, but let's just say it's in the thousands. That's it. Thank you so much, Nate, and we hope to see you in game and, of course, on the quests of Kookoo and Spam. See you soon, Nate. Cheers.
Cheers.
Awesome. So, I mean, Gabby, I think you made the really good decision here with Nate, and it's just really exciting to see the community and also the people in the core team and the games that we have evolve. And but talking about that, we want to get to know more about how it all started. So I think everyone's really, really excited to find out who the special guests we have for tonight are. I've seen a few guesses on the Discord chat. So everyone, make sure that you're there. That's discord.gg/ygg. We're at the AMA Discussion text channel and voice channel. Make sure to join us right now. So without further ado, please bring on stage the one and only Jiho. And also we got Aru-chan. Let's go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hey.
Hello,
Woo. What up, guys?
See our very good friends, Jiho and Aru-chan. Nice to see you guys here. Thank you for coming.
No, yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. So, for everyone that's watching, I'm pretty sure they're curious, like, how did this actually really start, right? So, Gio, would you do the honors of, taking us back in time and telling us the history of the friendship of YGG and Axie?
Yeah, so, at the beginning of blockchain gaming, NFT gaming, Web3 gaming, it was called blockchain gaming back then. There were very
have
few...
to mute.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
At the beginning, there were only a few people in the space. so it was I met Gabby pretty early on, maybe like May or June of 2018, and he invited me to come to Manila. And I was doing some research, and how do traditional games usually soft launch their games or get their initial user tester cohorts? And there were a lot of articles talking about how you should launch in the Philippines because I think it's like the cost per install is relatively affordable, but people read English and can read English, so you don't have to spend resources or time on localization. So that kind of stuck with me, that I was like, oh, Philippines might be like a really good market for Axie. Philippines was also like traditionally early to different social platforms like Facebook. What we knew that Neopets was like all over the Philippines, kind of in the early days of the internet. So there was something like, hey, like, let's go there. I want to get to know this Gabby guy. He seems to also have this background in gaming, and that that was something that I wanted to learn from and absorb, because I was more like I was someone who studied history and global macroeconomics and central banking. I was just a gamer, right? I knew a lot about gaming mainly just from being a gamer, but the business of gaming, those were still things that I was looking to learn more about. So I saw Gabby as a potential mentor in the space for me. So yeah, I went to the Philippines, and I guess the rest is history. But I remember from the initial conference, right? It was like so small. There were only like a handful of people that cared about blockchain gaming. No one knew what Axie was. In those early days, I would go around explaining to every single person I met almost on the street what Axie was, until I lost my voice. I used to lose my voice a lot because I had to, that's how I would figure out what people found interesting about Axie, right? I would explain it in many different ways. So that's kind of, that was the beginning, right? So I gave Gabby some Axies. That's always the best way to get people started with Axie. Give them some Axies and hear what they have to say.
That was the original scholarship, right?
yeah. I was the original manager, right? But it was just giving them out to people who I thought would be good fits for the community, right? So I gave Gabby some Axies, and he got really into it, right? Like, I remember, I think a month after that, I think maybe November of 2018, we went to Thailand together to meet with Loom Network, which was like an early NFT scaling solution. And I remember during that trip that Gabby was, always using his Trust wallet and battling his Axies on his phone. And I was like, wow, like, this might work, right? Like, this is someone who he has this background in gaming, and he thinks what we're doing is really interesting. So those are just maybe some early stories. There are so many, right? Like, I used to go to the Philippines back in 2019. I would sleep on my friend's couch because I was broke. So I would like sleep on my friend's couch, and then there were some super early meetups. I remember giving out Origin Axies to people in the audience back then. So yeah, a lot of really great memories and fond memories from those days.
I'll share my side of the story. So I invited Chico to go to an event in Manila in October 2018 to talk about blockchain gaming. So he went there, he gave his talk. As a thank you, he gave me 3 Mewtwo eggs that I hatched into my first 3 Axies. I joined the Discord and there were less than 500 people then. I met people like Freak, people like Coco Bear, people like Owl of Moistness, who of course became my co-founder in 1v2. And even at a community of less than 500 people, it was a very kind of magical time because people were there because they were so passionate about what they could do with NFTs. I don't think anyone was there expressly to kind of really get rich because there wasn't a lot of money in NFTs at that time. ETH was maybe at between 2 to 300, and we were trying to figure out like where was this technology going. And it was a very exciting time. And yeah, a lot of these people are the OGs of today, and I'm happy to say that a lot of these people are still our friends.
For sure, 100%. I mean, like the community is only getting even stronger, right? Like speaking of talents and being able to onboard more and more people, like we actually have Axie King Aru-chan here, who I myself have witnessed, him starting out as a content creator, as a player, and as a content creator, and even a shoutcaster at times. Aru, it's good to have you here, man. Like, we'd love to hear your side of things, being one of the faces in the community, being at the front lines of Axie Infinity. Like, so what interests you in, building with the team over time is?
Right, yeah, thanks for that intro, Serrano. So just to give you guys a quick intro, I'm the Japan lead at Axie Infinity. And it's been about 1 year and 4 months since I joined Axie and Sky Mavis, and it's been a crazy ride to be honest. Because the very first day when I started working was actually the day when the Ronin hack happened, and we also had a meetup in LA, and I thought it was going to be like super hectic and all that. So yeah, I started from the bottom, but it's been like really fun throughout this year. Constantly communicating with Japanese community members on a daily basis. And the best part about building together with this community and with the team is that like our input and feedback are like directly reflected in the changes that comes to Axie, and it feels like we are like together as a community. We're building this game together, and I feel like that's another unique characteristics about Web3, and it's just really fun. And I also wanted to actually say that the way how I got into Axie Infinity was kind of interesting, and it involves YGG as well. But I was, a struggling musician during COVID, and I lost all my gigs, and I was like trying to look for another way of making a living. And then I one day ran across this article that said these 2 old couples from Philippines are making a living from playing games. And when I opened the link, it was actually a documentary video created by YGG. So that's what got me into Axie. And I was like trying to look for more information and found that like there was not a single article in Japanese. So that's how I thought that maybe if I risk myself and dive into this like niche space where no one from Japan knows, there might be some demand in watching this. So I bought my first Axies and posted my first content, and it just like my YouTube channel started growing, and that's how I also got invited by YGG to do some shoutcasting at their tournament. So yeah, it's like it feels like a dream come true as an Axie huge fan to be able to work on Axie Infinity, and it's been an honor to be here and to be part of this community.
100%. I mean, like, I wasn't even surprised, when I found out about you joining the Axie Infinity team. It's like the shoe fits perfectly, right? But Jiho's like, I have a question for you, right? So, what do you think about the Superquests? And what do you have in vision for this? Why do you tie up with us? And yeah, definitely would love to know.
Yeah. So with the amount of work that we put into Origins, making it more engaging, adding in the Axie Experience Points layer, which we just announced yesterday, we think that it's a good time for people to start taking another look at Origins, right? We know that there are people that may have played Origins at the beginning, might have thought that it wasn't for them, might have thought that it was a little bit challenging to get started in. And so we wanted to work with YGG to figure out some sort of a structure, some sort of a campaign that could get people to take a look at all the progress that we've made in Origins. Really excited that these kind of dual quests are being spearheaded by Kookoo and Spam, right? Who each have their own unique angles to being educators in the ecosystem, right? Kookoo is probably one of the people who has onboarded the most people to Web3 in the world of all time, right? I don't think that's an over exaggeration. I think he's really onboarded tens of thousands, perhaps even hundreds of thousands of people to Web3, right? He had a video, how to get started with Axie Infinity, that had 1 million views on YouTube, right? I think that there are only like 1 or 2 Web3 gaming videos on YouTube with 1 million views. And right, he's always had this gift for making blockchain gaming accessible and enticing and relatable to everyday people. On the other hand, right, we have Spam. Spam is I think he's the esports competitor in the Axie ecosystem that has like a really great bond with the community, right? He's known for also streaming Axie, having this really deep personal connection with his audience, appraising their Axies, giving them advice. So I think he's like a really great person to lead like the more competitive quest, where it's like you're learning more about how to actually get involved with the competitive side of the ecosystem, how to build up your teams, how to optimize your compositions and your win rate. So I'm really excited to see these kinds of like dual. I think each quest has its own unique and interesting audience, and I think we'll start to see more of these quest systems evolve, and it's really great to see YGG like leading the way in terms of iterating and putting something out in the market to start observing real player behaviors.
I mean, it's really good to see that that you guys are catering, as you said, to different audiences. You have the casual gamers, and also you have those who are really competitive. And this has always been, the sentiment of the community. Like, it's not, we always want to give, opportunities to those who play casually, and of course to those who take it really seriously. And who better to people to be those guides and people to look up to, but Kookoo and Spam, right? But maybe my next question here would be for you, Gabby. So how does this collaboration, or how does the Superquests together with Axie look like, maybe in the future? And also, how does this look like scaled with other projects? Like, what do you have envisioned for this?
If you look at the structure of Superquest, and for those who are signing up, there's a lot of components that we've actually developing with our awesome team in the last year. So there's not just the game integration. We want people to get into the quest inside the game. We have the education component. That's why we have 2 of our best content creators in Kookoo and Spam. And we want to make sure that people not just play the game, but they actually retain and they stay in the game and enjoy it. That's why we're structuring the quest this way. And obviously, this is the first quest. This is the initial launch. We'd love to do more quests, both with Axie Infinity, as we learn from this experience, and with other top Web3 games in the future. And I think this is what you'll see as the future platforms in Web3. There's a lot of building that's been going on in the last couple of years. YGG has been really heads down. We released our new web app and rune system in March, which we'll see more of later this year. And I think this onboarding is the way that we scale guilds, right? We've always been about guild communities from day one. We built guild communities not only in Philippines, but across Southeast Asia, India, Latin America, Japan, Korea, and across different games. Apart from Axie, we have guilds in games like League of Kingdoms, like Grand Saga. And we want to make sure that we give the best opportunities in the metaverse for the people depending on what their skills are. and what their interests are. So it's our way for doing that at scale. Yeah, this is the first one. I'm sure we'll learn a ton, but I think this is just the first of many engagements we'll get with Axie. Like, we're just starting to kind of onboard people how to get into Origins, how to play if you're coming from Classic or V2. There's a lot more to teach and there's a lot more to learn with Axie Origins.
100%. I mean, there's a reason why, you know, we're pushing and we're calling the Superquests, you know, why we have supercharged rewards, right? Because like this time around, even Axie is going to be giving out rewards from their end. We're going to be giving out Axies, SOP, shards, you know, whatnot. Like, this is only the beginning. And, you know, aside from the guild advancement program that we have happening in parallel to Superquests, so there still will always be our YGG tokens that we will be giving out to our community members for achieving all the different quests that we have in parallel to what we are launching today, which is the Superquest. So Jihos, Aru-chan, thank you so much for your time. You know, it's always good to see you guys. And yeah, we're going to be back in a few with a Q&A with you guys. But up next we have the masterminds behind the Superquests. We've got Angel, the head of growth of YGG. Angel, how are you doing?
Hello, how are you guys? Thank you so much for coming out, everybody. We're so excited to celebrate the launch. Yeah.
Like, really good stuff, Angel. Like, you know, you guys have been working on Superquests day in and day out. And within, you know, a very, very short time, like, you've been able to take the guild advancement program to another level. But maybe something that the community would want to know more about is how's the building process behind this, you know, and why was this the direction that you and your team took in building this out, and how does your previous experience, you know, coincide and come full circle with what we have now as Superquests?
Yeah, it's been a crazy few months, but we really sat down and looked at the questing experience that, you know, we all love, and see where the biggest opportunity to reimagine it again. And the three things that we really focused on was, one, learn the real tricks and tips. You know, we all know the couple of friends that we all DM and go, hey, how did you do that? And, you know, teach me the ways. And we really wanted to bring that spirit here with this Superquest, that, you know, Kookoo and Spam is like your champion in your pocket. You have access to their tricks and tips. And then two is getting rewards. Of course, we all love rewards, but in a fun and seamless way. Like Gabby said, like the rewards are built in, and, you know, you see it instantly. And three, to learn to play competitively for the first time, because it's always daunting, like, ooh, I'm going to a tournament for the first time, but getting to battle people just like you, right? So we designed it for example, when you complete the Superquest with Spam, you get to join this tournament with all the graduates together, almost like, yeah, a little academy. You graduate and play together. So yeah, we drew a lot of inspiration from apps that we love. For example, Duolingo, a lot of you might know. You get to progress each of the level. It's super clear how the pros done it. It's clear what you need to do to clear that level. And when you do it, click claim, and the rewards are both in-game and in your wallet almost instantly within 2 hours. We also drew a lot of inspiration through Masterclass, right? Learning from the pros, learning from the best. So yeah, a lot of our levels and lessons are co-created with the two masters, Kookoo and Spam. It's been awesome working with you guys. Yeah, let's bring them up on stage as well.
All right, so Kookoo, there you go. How about Spam? Are you there? Hey, Spam. All right, it's a full house. We have the whole squad here on screen on this AMA tonight. So, I mean, that was a really good time to take those screenshots and share them with your friends on socials. How are you guys doing?
Doing good.
Feeling great.
Kookoo and Spam in the house.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead, Angel. If you guys, yeah, why don't you give us, a quick, a brief info on how you guys put this all together.
Yeah, I mean, we could not have created the Superquest without them. So I had to give credits to them. Kookoo, you're the master of getting everybody onboarded. So the process was really fun. I mean, we talked together about how to really teach everybody the game. And they know the game so well that a lot of the points of the lessons just came seamlessly and smoothly. But I'll let them talk about how they share this experience with us.
Oh yeah, it was amazing. It was my first time creating content for YGG actually, and with the help of Kelly and Angel together, the content communication, the coordination, they just made everything so smooth for me. I basically just had like we bounced our ideas back and forth. They made the blueprint for me. I helped execute the blueprint, and it felt seamless. It felt natural. So thank you so much.
Amazing.
Yeah, for me, it really, a new experience actually. But I've been creating contents, but this time is much more structured. I've been doing videos, like how-to videos with, just the information that I have in mind. But with this time, we're, making sure that the information that we're going to provide you are accurate, and at the same time, you'll be able to use those information in the game. And we want to see you grow and level up in our Superquests.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Are we gonna tease the achievements? Angel, want to talk about the achievements?
Yeah, awesome. So when you complete each of our Masters Superquest, the 3-level with Kookoo, 3-level with Spam, you would be able to unlock this very exclusive badge, the first Superquest badge. And yes, we could drop some of the emoji. The little emoji is the badge that you'll get from Kookoo and Spam. It's a really cute little illustration. Kookoo is actually waving the sandal flag. Yeah, so that will be an exclusive badge when you complete the levels.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone has seen it on Discord. So if you actually click those sticker icons, you could actually already use them. But yeah, these are going to be badges that will be minted directly to your wallets. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be really, really exciting to see Spam and Kookoo on our very new Superquest platform that we are going to be going live with in a few days. But for now, we are going to be officially opening the waitlisting for everyone at home. So all of you guys, check out the links. We are dropping it right now here on screens and on Discord. You can also find that on our announcement. So all you guys have to do is go to yieldguild.io/quests and sign up with your emails and make sure that you join the waitlist, because we are only going to be selecting a few lucky people to get a head start for the Superquests.
Wow.
But at the same time, we are also going to be launching a referral leaderboard program where all of you guys can invite your friends, and we will be posting updates on who are on top of the leaderboards for the next full week. So if you go to your profiles, all of you guys have your own invite codes, and all you have to do is share the invite codes to your friends, and that automatically will be getting you points that will be putting you on the leaderboards, going up against everyone else who will be joining. So we're going to be announcing a lot more information. We have the FAQs right now on screen. We also have the FAQs on Discord and on the Discord chats. And yeah, if you guys have any other questions, we will be having a Q&A right after. So everyone at home, we are going to be going live with Superquests in a few days, and now is the time to get those waitlists. Really exciting stuff happening tonight, everyone. So Spam, Kookoo, it's always a pleasure to have you guys. Do you guys have any updates? What are you guys working on? I think Spam's a really busy guy nowadays. what's happening? Where can we see you next, fam?
I'm ready to for the season 5 launch. This season, I'm gonna give you guys my all. I'm back to my daily streaming schedule. I'm back to full-time competing. It's been a nice little break, but there's nothing I miss more than the thing that gets me going in life, and that's just my drive, my competitive passion, content creation. And so just tune in on Twitch. I'll be back very, very soon. I land back in America in exactly 6 days. And yeah, get ready for an amazing season. I love what Axie is doing. This is a huge week, so many good announcements. We're definitely taking steps in the right direction, and I think this might be one of the best seasons yet, in my opinion. And then also, you guys can catch me on my masterclass. I think this is one of the coolest initiatives I've ever heard in the Web3 scene so far. I love the progression-based system. I love the reward-based system, and I love how it's straightforward. You start off at lesson 1, 2, 3. You get rewards, and it incrementally gets harder, and it'll just prepare you guys for tournaments or whatever you guys might need.
Awesome. So Spam, we wouldn't want to keep you any longer. I know you have something else to catch. So thanks for dropping by, man. And we're gonna be seeing you on stream. Make sure to catch Spam on his Twitch. See you, man. Cheers. How about you, Kookoo? What's up with what's happening on your side of the metaverse, man?
Yeah, of course. I've been preparing a lot of contents for our community, for our viewers, to learn more about the games that YGG partner, especially with Axie Infinity. I'll be streaming again for the next season, season 5. I'll be joining with our crew that will help me, guide through the competitive scene of Axie and learn about, other things that we can share, information like, the ecosystem or the different archetypes of, community members in Axie Infinity, so they can enjoy playing the game, and also preparing for our guild advancement program. All right.
Awesome. Thanks, Kookoo. And for everyone at home, though, so if you guys are asking, so now I've signed up with my email. I've added myself to the waitlist. How do I know that I've been selected? So all you have to do is keep your eyes peeled for an email that we will be sending you, letting you know that you have been selected and you can now start your Superquest. So once you've completed Kookoo's Superquests, once you've completed Spam's Superquests, as you said, you guys are going to be getting special badges just for you, and also the first 64 players who will be able to complete level 3 of Spam's quests will qualify for a very special Superquest tournament. So you heard it first here, right? Everyone at home, complete level 3 of Spam Superquests, and you will qualify for the Superquest tournament. So we have a lot more prizes for that. Yes, exactly. So I think Gabby mentioned it. It's not only him who's going to be joining Superquest, right? We have everyone else in the YGG core team. It's going to be a race. It's going to be a race to the top 64, right, Angel?
Yes. Yeah. We're internally already trash talking who's actually going to make it. So.
Yeah, I mean, people might be asking. So Superquests will be running for about 4 weeks, right? And at the end of those 4 weeks is when the tournament goes live. And just as everyone has experienced and has seen, YGG takes their tournament seriously. We've seen that with the YGG Open, we've seen that with the Managers Cup, and now we are back. And this is going to be the first ever Axie Origins tournament by YGG. And everyone's going to be there, and you definitely wouldn't want to miss out. So Kookoo, thank you so much for joining us. And everyone at home, make sure to like and of course follow us across the board while you're watching. Tell your friends about what's happening tonight. And don't forget to send them your referral links right after signing up on the YGG app. Yeah, I think we're good. And up next we have our Q&A. We have a lot of community members and also the YGG core team helping out with the questions on Discord. So if you guys are on the socials, make sure to join us. It's discord.gg/YGG. We have the live Q&A happening there right now. And at the end of this AMA that we are going to be wrapping up at the top of the hour, we also have a video that shows you how to sign up and also how to add yourselves on the waitlist. All right. So, I mean, Angel, well, what are you most excited about for Superquests in the next coming weeks?
I mean, yeah, just wanting to see how, you know, everybody learn and progress, and how this product that we have created, you know, pan out. So that's what the whole team is just so eager to see. And yeah, we are all looking at the sign up numbers already. Thank you for joining.
For sure. So everyone in Discord, there's a really good question from Spicer. So shout out to Spicer, who's been a really active community member since day one. His question is: so can we participate in both quests at the same time, or do they have to choose? So I think the question
absolutely,
Angel,
you can do both. Yeah. Sorry, cut you off there. Yeah, join as many waitlists as you want. Tell your friends about it. Our idea is actually for players to do both. If you're a brand new player, start with Kookoo's getting started, and then right after you know all the basic gameplay, you switch over to Spams, where you learn the tips and tricks and more advanced gameplay. So they're designed to work together, actually.
Awesome. So yeah, guys, keep the questions going. But then we also have our Q&A. And we also would want to let everyone know that we will be releasing, or we will be going live with our support email specifically to answer questions and also issues for the Superquest. So that's going to be support@yieldguild.games. So for any inquiries, any situations where you feel stuck and you need more help, aside from being on Discord, make sure to shoot us an email, and we'll also love to hear feedback from you guys. What do you think about the Superquests? How can we make it better? And yeah, what rewards you like to see? And we definitely are looking forward to hearing from everyone else. Yeah. Come on, guys. While we have Gabby, while we have Angel here, and also the rest of the YGG core team in the background, make sure to drop us those questions. Gabby, how about you? I know that you've been traveling a lot lately, and yeah, it's back. So what do you think about? Oh, Nam's also here. Hey, Nam. I mean, so before we go to Gabby's question, Nam is one of the geniuses behind our new and improved questing platform. Nam, could you tell us more about the process of being able to work with this? Jen is here as well, our head of design, so make sure to shoot those questions. Yeah, what's the one-on-one on the back end of Superquests?
Superquest is an amazing project to work on. The crypto Web3 space is still young and maturing, and being able to find ways to integrate that into the gaming space has been a challenge, but rewarding also. I'm super excited about what we can do with Superquest, not only on this first Superquest with Kookoo and Spam, but for future Superquests down the road.
Awesome. And also Jen. So Jen, on your end, how is this whole experience of taking GAP to the next level? And how do you see this this evolving moving forward?
There's so much like crazy stuff going on. I mean, like the GAP program, we're taking a look at. We've been looking at it just kind of like inside and out to kind of see what activity's been going on, and to see how we can kind of like blow it up even more. Right? That's kind of one of the ways that we even kind of like found a way into hey. There's people kind of like leveling up in the gap. Let's take it one step forward, and let's just bring them all, with some of our pros.
Awesome. I have a question here from the community, and they're asking, so what happens to those players who didn't qualify for the waitlist? Are they still going to be able to join the Superquests once the waitlisting campaign is over? How does that work?
There's a 2,000 cap for the Superquest. So we will be looking at the wait list, of course, and then letting the 2,000 people in. So unfortunately, once the 2,000 cap is reached, then the Superquest is closed. There might be opportunity in the future for sure to release the lessons video, and of course new quests coming out. Yeah, but unfortunately it's capped at 2,000, so very exclusive.
So, yeah, I'm gonna add though, like if people really want, more super quests, show us your love, let us know, and this'll help us kind of like get more in, right? Like if we get some community love like coming in.
For sure. So a real good question here that we have in the YGG Discord is, will the Superquests be launched async with Gap Season 4? And maybe a follow-up question here for you, Gabby, would be what is the relationship of Gap and Superquests, and how do they work in a tandem together?
Okay, so we started the Guild Advancement Program, or GAP, last year. We are going in Season 4, and we see this as our program for really engaging our core community. With Superquest, we want to bring new players in. If you look at the content of Kookoo and Spam, it's meant for people who are getting into Axie Origins. So for people who are either not familiar with the game or maybe played Classic but haven't played Origins, it's kind of a new onboarding. So these have I would say, slightly different goals. At the end of the day, the vision is the same. We want to onboard people into our partner games, into Web3 games, and bring people these opportunities in the metaverse. But we just go about them in different ways with these different questing programs. So GAP S4 is going to continue after Superquest, and you'll probably be seeing new Superquest content and then new GAP content kind of alternating with each other.
Awesome. And I mean, Gabby, you've always been pushing for reputational systems and soul valid tokens and how that works with guilds, right? Can we expect, a similar NFTs or similar utility for our SBTs with our Superquest achievements? Or will there be a difference with these NFTs?
Well, we are definitely minting SBT achievements with a Superquest. It's the way for you to prove that you were part of the campaign and you finish it. We have special achievements for both Kookoo and Spam, and we will be minting this on the Ronin blockchain. So over time, expect these achievements to have more meaning, because in the background, we're developing a leveling system that will make use of the achievements that you've been accruing across both GAP and Superquest. I can't really talk much about that yet because it's still heavily under development. So that's a bit of alpha, but expect us to do more with the achievements that you're collecting. If you're an achievement hunter like Boring Forever or some of our very dedicated GAP quest hunters, for people who are going into Superquest, I think that ultimately this is the reputation that you're building within Web3. And this will be very important to show your contribution to your community over time.
Awesome. And I mean, for everyone at home, right? If you look a bit closely and try to connect the dots of what we're building with SBTs, you can see that being partnered with Axie Infinity and having a Superquest soulbound NFT for finishing, let's say, level 30 of Spam's achievements, right? Now you can join the tournament. But this tournament is also officially supported by Axie Infinity. Now, if you win that tournament or just by participating, in the future, if there are other projects or other games, or even Axie who would want people who already have done quests and also have participated in official Axie Infinity tournaments, then they can find you directly through your SBTs. And this is only the tip of the iceberg. And what I would say is that GAP will be heavily centered on community building, while Superquests will be focused on partnered games and also in-game activities as well. So it's the top of the hour. Gabby, Angel, Nam, Jen, we have the whole SAG team who has brought these super quests. Shout out to everyone else in the core team. We've got Mark and Farsis, Leia, Nathan, Phil, Kazuo, and Fallen Corpse. Everyone making the next step of building YGG possible. We're all in this together, and we will be seeing you guys soon in the metaverse. Peace out. Cheers.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.